So welcome back, everybody. I thought I would bring y'all along for a little welding project that we're gonna do here in the shop today. So let me explain what I got going on. This here is a carryall that I built for the back side of my tractor a while back, specifically for my skidding winch for trees. And I built this out of a bunch of scrap steel in a shipping crate that I have. I try to recycle when I can. Now I've got this set up with a chainsaw holder and then a big basket to carry my straps, a cooler for drinks, ropes, chains, and anything else that I need while working out in the woods. Well, here's the thing, y'all. We just got hit by multiple hurricanes and tornado, high wind events, things such as that over the last year and a half, and we have trees down everywhere. I haven't been out in my woods in a year and a half because all the trails are blocked. We're gonna start blazing our way through. The excavator's gonna get used, the tractor's gonna get used. Here's the problem though. My beautiful excavator, I love it. This is my Bobcat E35. Here's the issue. She is slow. And I mean really slow, like a whopping 2-point-something miles an hour in high speed. So to go all the way out to our woods and go through all the trails, well, I'm away from the house, a long ways away from the house. So you've got to carry everything you need with you, your chainsaws, your ropes, your drinks, anything else, because it takes forever to get back to the house. I'm seriously considering getting one of those electric e-bikes. A lot of y'all have mentioned it, and figuring out how to put it on this carryall so whenever I need to run back for lunch or to use the restroom or things such as that, I can get back quickly, or to come get a tool, a wrench, anything that I need, because the excavator is slow. So this front dozer blade lifts way up and down. I got to thinking, I should be able to build some hooks or just some sort of quick attachment, some scrap steel that I have, to hook over in this blade, lift up, hook into this and carry it. And I also want to be able to pick this up with my bucket and my thumb right here, because there's gonna be times that I need to set this off to the side of the trail and I can't necessarily access it with the dozer blade. This is how I mainly want to carry my stuff, because whenever I grab something, this is going to swing in the air, but there's gonna be times I need to just get this out of the trail, get it out of the way, and have all my equipment in the shade, just away from me. All right, you can see we're working some funky angles here. Y'all, this is just yet another time I really wish I had me a CNC plasma table. That's like the one thing I'm lacking in the shop. I have been dreaming of getting a plasma table, even if it's a small 4x4 foot one, to cut out specialty brackets and hooks like this. Like, I need it for stuff all the time. One of these days, I'm gonna get one in the shop. But in the meantime, we're just gonna weld some steel together and figure it out. So I'd love to be able to cut a hook up and over these odd angles and it lock in on the back side of this dozer blade, but I think we'll just work with some square tube, angle iron, or whatever we can. So whenever I come in and lift up, as long as I got a good lip down to here, I don't think nothing can fall off that way and we'll be good to go. All right, that's nice and simple and extremely robust. Using that long square tubing, I got a lot of weld surface there, so I don't technically need any gussets to make that even stronger. We're not putting a tremendous amount of weight in here. As you've seen, it just held me with no problems. So now we're on to, I was gonna put a bar up here so I could come pinch and grab this and move it around anywhere at the times that I don't want to carry it the way that you just seen. There's gonna be times, like I said, I gotta get it off the trail, out of my way, so it doesn't get damaged, put some stuff in the shade, things like that. And I am guilty of overthinking and overdoing a lot of stuff. I was trying to come up with some bracket with a big bar that'll pivot in and lock in with a pin so I could grab a robust bar and pick this up. But what I kept running into is I don't want the bar and all that mess in my way for putting stuff in here. I might put a chainsaw case, I'm gonna put gas cans, a cooler, all kinds of stuff. Even though I can carry my chainsaw over here, sometimes I carry 2 saws. Well, a bar in the way just isn't gonna work, even if I go through all the trouble of building one that pivots out of the way. Just keep it simple, stupid. The KISS principle is what just popped in my head. I always carry chains when I go out in the woods, so they're always in here because you need to pull limbs and trees and stuff out. So why don't I just take some of these weld-on chain hooks, weld a couple to either side here. We don't have to make this complicated, one to the other side. And just take the chain that I'm already bringing to loop through, put over there. I'll just have my bucket curled right here with the teeth. So hook my chain up, run it across the bucket, hook up over there, close my thumb on the bucket, pick up and just carry this, move it anywhere I want. Because at times it's gonna be too heavy for me to pick up when it's full of gear. But the excavator, I can just pick up with the chain, put it wherever I want. All right, let's test this out. All right, so all I've got to do is loop this chain up through there, take it over. Like I said, I've always got a chain with me in the woods. All right, buddy, you need to look out, okay? I'm not worried about this being perfectly balanced. Just want to be able to pick this up and move it all around. I really don't even need that thumb because I can curl in and move this anywhere I want. All right, that's gonna work out beautiful, nice and simple. Like I said, nice simple project. Now we need to go out here and paint it. And then the important part, I want to load this up with all the stuff that I'd carry to the woods, go bounce around, make sure it doesn't fall off the blade, and just double check that everything is good and legit before I start putting this thing in service and working it hard way away from the house and then have a problem. Okay, let's test this out. I mean, if I can sit on it, I don't see any issues with what I'm about to put in here, but let's go ahead and get a feel for this thing. Be carrying some oil and gas, as usual. All right, I got a bucket with some straps, chains and chokers. That's pretty important for pulling trees and stuff out. I'll have a minimum of 1 chainsaw in here, not uncommon for me to carry 2. So I'll put 1 up here in the chainsaw carrier to pinch the bar down. And I've still got room to put another, say, smaller one in there, put my big saw up here. And the good news is there's still plenty of room for the chain to come up here and not impact the saw. Always carry an axe. I've got some wedges in that bucket. Always carry things like some safety gear. Throw some chaps in there. And then some sort of log rolling device I'll normally throw in there. So I've already showed off how to pick it up with a chain, swing it around anywhere I want, and look at how quick and easy it is to drop off, go work, come back, connect, and never have to get out of the cab in order to move this around. And I don't know if y'all paid attention to the design here, but I have hooks on the bottom right here to where it is hooking into this so it can't actually pop up and off should I hit a bump. But don't forget, we're going nice and slow in this. All right, so how cool is that? We were able to take something that we repurposed originally from a shipping crate, made it into a tractor carryall, and now we've converted it into an excavator / tractor carryall, so I can get multi-use out of something that I don't have a whole lot in. This is gonna work out perfect when we go start doing some logging and clearing out in the woods, and we need to bring a whole host of materials with us, because that's the bad thing about excavators. There is nowhere else to carry anything. There's no 3-point connections on the back, no toolboxes, absolutely nothing. So I desperately need something like this. I think this is gonna work out fantastic. All right, I know this wasn't no extravagant build, but I thought I'd bring you along with me when I spent a couple hours in the shop whipping this up. This is creation I've had in my head for a little while, and now was the time to build it. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. We'll catch you on the next one.